Let us look at proposition number 3 of book 7 of Euclid's Elements. The proposition says to find the greatest common measure of three given numbers not relatively prime. So the first thing that we do is find the GCM of A and B. So let's say that is D. So let me mark D. So D is a GCM of A and B. That means D measures both A and B. Now, there are two situations. Either D will measure C or it will not measure C. So let us say D measures C. D also measures AB. So which means D measures A, B and C. Now we have to prove that D is the greatest common measure. So assuming D is not GCM, let's say another number E is which is greater than D is the GCM. So let's mark that E is the GCM of ABC, which means E will measure ABC. It would also measure the common measure of A and B. So which means E measures D since E measures A and B, which is not possible. Why? Because since E is greater than a larger number cannot measure a smaller number. So which means D is the GCM of A, B and C. Now the other case was when D does not measure C. So let's remove this E. Now let C and D be not relatively prime. Some number measures ABC. That number also measures GCM D of A and B, which means DC are not relatively prime since that number measures D and C. So let's find the GCM E of B and C. So E is the GCM of D and C. Now that means E measures D, D measures A and B. So E measures A and B. So which means E is the common measure of A, B and C. Now we have to prove that it is the greatest common measure. So if E is not the GCM, let F greater than E be the GCM of ABC. So let's bring in that F. So F is the GCM of ABC. We are assuming that. So which means F measures A, B and C. Okay, since F measures A and B, that means it will also measure the GCM of A and B. So F measures D. F measures E since F measures C and D, right? And E is the GCM of C and D. Now, which means we have reached a contradiction. Since F cannot measure E, since F is greater than E. So which means our assumption was wrong and E is the GCM of A, B and C. So basically the point is that if we are given three numbers, to find the greatest common measure of these three numbers, we first find the GCM of the first two numbers and then we find the GCM of A and B and C. So that is proposition number 3 of book 7 of Euclid's Elements. Again, let me remind you, there is a link to a PDF book which describes all these propositions in detail. Please feel free to download it, refer to it, and in case you think somebody else can also benefit from it, please do share. That's it for now.